problem with her, I don't know, I liked it. But part of the reason that I guess I had a problem with her is that she didn't touch enough on the fact that the reason that women hold so much value to beauty is because we equate it with like femininity, and you don't want to be taken like as, you know, a masculine man or something, an identity that you don't consider as your own.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. It's like, I don't know.
Because what she was talking about, like the feminist character, or like that little caricature, how like she was like the big butchy lesbian, and that kind of undermines the whole like thing that feminists try to, you know, bring about, equality. And like you don't want to be considered, you know, butchy lesbian if that's not who you are, so you're going to play up, you know, how beautiful you are. And then that adds to kind of promoting an unhealthy definition of what beauty is.
Like, the way she described how beauty as an institution works, it's kind of just like the way that some kind of like masculine big brother something is keeping male dominance going, which like I felt like a little incredulous. I was like, I know nobody's really trying to do that to me, but like I kind of see it happen, like how in the feminist stage it was like the housewife is beautiful, like being skinny and stuff didn't really matter as much because like I'm feeding my husband and my family and I'm keeping my house clean, like my body's not that important. Actually, like not being sexual was the important thing. And then when that got kicked to the curb by like the feminine revolution or whatever, a new set of rules was based on how women are like in the workplace and sexual now. So like, okay, like if virginity is not as important, then looking beautiful and like being sexy is going to be the new important thing. And it's just kind of like how did that happen? Like what kickstarted all of that? And like I really would want to know where it came from. I'm not sure. Like she doesn't really talk about like the origin so much of this like male-dominated thing, but
well, because I think to an extent there's no real way to explain it. Because I don't know. I was in gender and women's studies last semester, and like we were trying to figure out like how is it that women just became like, because I mean history shows that they did so much like during the hunting and gathering, and like they brought in most of the food. So how is it that, you know, it came to be that they were seen as, I guess, weaker than men? And there's just no way to just pinpoint like this is when it all happened.
I mean, clearly I'm not asking her to tell me why, you know, dominating society, but like if she could just like touch on it a little bit.
There's been such a shift. It's like something needed to be addressed.
There was a part in the book about advertising that really confused me and I didn't quite understand, but she was talking about how rape was kind of an underlying theme for a lot of advertising. Does anyone remember that?
Yeah, I was confused. I feel like she said it in passing.
And like, I feel like it was such a strong claim to say that rape is the underlying theme for something, and I didn't make the connections. I couldn't see it. Did anybody else?
No. But just going back to what you said about like the huge shift, she talks about how like our idea of beauty in terms of just like what we see in magazines shifted with like the different wars and what women's roles were supposed to be. Where like during the war when all the men were like out, you know, fighting the good fight, they were supposed to be, you know, working in the factories. So then they were promoting like this different idea, and they came back, and now they were supposed to kind of step down and be the housewife again.
Thank you. 2 minutes. Thank you.